So for this video, we're going to be doing another calculator test. And this one came up over on Calcverse Discord. And it is the 0 to the power of 0 test. And we can see here in the Android calculator, it gives us two possible results, which is undefined or 1. So they're sitting on the fence over there at the Android calculator team. I don't know. I'm definitely not the person to speak to the number theory behind both of these possible results. There's quite a bit more discussion and stuff that can be found on this online. But I just have a bunch of calculators, so I figure we can check them all out. So we're looking for whether or not the calculators say undefined or 1. And you might think, well, 0 to the power of 0 is kind of like 0 times 0. But we can see 0 times 0 gives us 0 on this calculator program. So it's handling these differently and is giving a special result for 0 to the power of 0 in this case. And then real quick, I don't have a numworks calculator, so we can just bring up the software emulator here, and we can check this one out. So 0, and where the heck is it? There it is. 0 to the power of 0, and undefined from the numworks emulator anyways. And we can check quickly 0 times 0 also gives us 0. So again, the numworks emulator at least is handling those two cases differently. I guess the next one maybe we'll check out is we'll go back to the HP 25. So this isn't the oldest calculator I own, or at least the oldest electronic calculator I own. The HP 45 is a little bit older, but it doesn't run on batteries. Mine doesn't anyway. The battery pack's no good. So these are going to be probably just about the same anyhow. Let's see, how do we... So let's throw a couple zeros into the stack. And then where is... okay, here it is. Shift or function. And so 0 to the power of 0 on the HP 25 gives us an error. Clear that out. Throw a couple more zeros in there, and then we can check multiplying 0 by 0 gives us a 0 on this. So that's the HP 25. So next one we should do. Let's keep her going here with the HPs. We can bring up my HP 15C. Again, throw a 0 or 2 into the stack, multiply 0 by 0, and we get 0. And where is it? Is this button here? Error code 0. So 0 to the power of 0 on the HP 15C gives us an error. Can go with the newest HP I have, HP Prime. Bring this up, let it load. So here we go. Excuse me. 0 algebraic entry, of course. So 0 times 0. That's 0. And 0 to the power of 0. Error, undefined result. So this one gives us an error and an undefined result. And just for fun, let's throw it into CAS mode. Do the same thing. And with CAS mode enabled, it's just undef. It's not an error, it's an undef, which I assume is undefined as well. It's weird that the two modes have different feedback, spellings or whatever you want to say. I guess we can just keep her going here. What do we have here? We have 9750 3rd gen G3. Bring this up. 0. Where is... Oh, it's the little up arrow on this calculator. 0 to the power of 0. What? There we go. What's going on here? Uh, 0 to the power of 0. Oh, there we go. That gives us a math error, a ma error. It does not like that. So we can clear that out. 0 times 0. Yeah, it's okay with that. It says 0 for that. Yeah, so that's the 9750 G3. And we checked a bunch of these over on Calcverse, a bunch of different calculators, going way back into like the early 70s, I think, was when Casio did not give errors on their calculators for this calculation. Yeah. Presumably that was when hardware and software capabilities, memory capabilities at the time, didn't allow for them to program in like a special handling for this one one particular function or calculation. But we got a few Casios here, anyways. We'll showcase them. And here we have, what do we got? TI-82 stats. Basically the same thing as a TI-83, which I have. That's the calculator I had back in high school. I just really like the color on this thing. This is a cool color calculator. The blue, the yellow highlights, all that orange. Yeah, so 0 to the power of 0. It does not like that. It gives us an domain. 0 times 0. It's okay with that. So that's the TI-82 stats. Basically the same thing as a TI-83. What else do we have here? Keep going left to right, maybe. I don't know if I've shown this one off before. EL9600C from Sharp. That is pretty faded there. You can see the little cursor. So 0 and then to the power of 0. So let's figure out. I've hardly used this thing. So second alpha, math del, BS. That's a fun button. It's got a BS button. CL, probably clear. Sine, cosine, tangent, square, log, ln, whatever that is, comma, a over b, and a small b. So that's probably, instead of x to the y or y to the x, like just about every other calculator, it's a to the b. Error is 02 calculate. Well, let's just clear that. Okay, so that one gives us an error. Didn't like that. Oh, let's just do a quick 0 times 0. And that gives us a 0. Geez, the display is really hard to see on this one. I could probably adjust that, but yeah, that's the 9600C. What else do we have here? Keep going. Oh, this one I just got recently as well, like just in the last day or so. An HP 50G. And it's an algebraic mode. It's kind of a disappointment. I think I actually just reset it. So, but I've been using an algebraic mode anyways. 0 times 0. I should really put that into RPN like a proper HP user. 0 to the power of 0. So y to the x. There you go. This gives us a question mark. That's cool. It doesn't know. It's a question mark. I guess that implies undefined, but it's a bit different from the HP50G. Put that down. We'll go here. You have the 991EX Class Wiz. This is a cool calculator. It's got this, I don't know if you can see it. It's got like faux carbon fiber finish. It's got some nice blue accents. The white contrast to the faux carbon fiber, really sharp looking. Yeah, let's click 0 times 0. That gives us 0. And let's figure out x to the little square to the power of 0. And that's a math error. So it doesn't like that. And that's, again, to be expected. What's kind of fun about these Casios is like you hit the on button and it's on and you're calculating. And when you go and turn it off, it gives you the Casio splash on the off. You probably noticed that with the 9750 as well. Yeah, so that was the 991EX. I actually just got this. I didn't even open it until now, just for this video. So this is the 991CW. This is brand new. Their newest scientific calculator. And you can see instead of the carbon fiber, it's got like this. It's kind of like faux fabric texture, and it's got this clip style hard case cover. And if you look, it's got like this pretend stitching up here. So it's supposed to be like leather or something, or I don't know, cloth. But it's just plastic. 0 times 0, 0. And then I'd be very surprised if this gives us something different. So look at this. Big box to the little box. That's the powers function. The exponent. Math error. And it's got a cool like error symbol there. So how do we go back? Oh, that worked. Okay. And shift off. Boost your curiosity. That's what we're doing here. We're boosting our curiosity about 0 to the power of 0. So both the 991s give us an error. And what do I got? This is the, which one is this? Sharp right view ELW535XG. It's the only other Sharp calculator I have, I believe, in normal mode. So we're going to have to find an A to the B button. No, because it's an Y to the X button for exponents. So 0 to the power of 0 equals error number 2. So it does not like that. Where's delete? This one also has a BS button. That's a fun way of labeling backspace. 0 times 0 equals 0. So yeah, that's the result. So Sharp gives us errors. Casio seems to give us errors. I think this is the last Casio I have on the table. 0 times 0 equals. This is the FX260 Solar 2. And I don't like this. I don't like how they put the equals button stepped in. I want that in the corner. But other than that, this is a great little calculator. It's like $10 in Canada and does a whole lot of stuff. It's pretty much more than just about anybody would need. Did I do that right? Yeah. So that gives us an error. So 0, you can see here, this button, 0 to 0. It almost looks like I didn't press any buttons while entering that. And it gives us an error. So that's the FX260 Solar 2. And we can check the, what we got here. Oh, we'll go to last HP on the table. A 32S RPN Scientific, the Pioneer series. So we'll throw some zeros into the stack. We can check 0 times 0 is 0 still. And then where's our y to the x? Invalid y to the x. So does not like 0 to the power of 0 on the 32S. And okay, quick edit there. Just had to, there was some noise going on. But yeah, what else is on the table? So we have, we'll leave that because these three kind of will go all together. And we'll do this one next. So this is the MK52. I always thought it was like a Mark 52, but MK is obviously because this is in a different language. This is from the Soviet Union. And that means, I think, like mini computer, mini calculator, or something like that. That's what it was short for. So um, let me just take a second to figure out how to use this thing. Is CX, is that entry? Is that like the enter button? I think. Um, so 0 times 0 gives us 0. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Hold on. I mean, the stack should all be full of zeros anyhow. But yeah, so, and if I remember correctly, using exponent on this thing does take a few seconds. So give it a second. And yeah, so 0 to the power of 0 gives us an error. And I find it kind of interesting as well that it does say error, even though this is a calculator from not an English speaking country. Kind of interesting. But yeah, that's the MK52 from the Soviet Union. And then we'll finish off with these because this is the TI 92 Plus. So if we bring up the about, this is actually like my favorite calculator right now, at least as far as electronic ones. So OS 2.09 from 2003. So this is, I think, the newest version of the OS you can get. And if we look, well, we can do a quick 0 times 0 first. Gives us a 0. 0 to the power of 0, however, gives us a 1. So TI going against the grain. But if we look down here, warning, 0 to the power of 0 replaced by 1. So it just internally, this calculation, 0 to the power of 0, just internally gets replaced by the value of 1. So I guess if a 0 to the power of 0 or something was nested inside of a bigger formula, it would just replace that value with a 1 inside the formula and then probably throw this error. I guess I could come up with doing something like that, but that would require a bit of work and thinking. So we'll skip that for now. But you can, if you have one of these, you can try that out. But yeah, so the TI 92 Plus gives us kind of a 1, sort of. And the reason why I have two of these out is this is just a TI 92. And the thing is, I don't think I've updated this one. And yeah, I don't even think we can get the OS version read out. Maybe we can. I'm not sure how to. But we can check out. So I don't think I've ever flashed these to the newer firmware. Oops. So we'll just see if maybe 0 to the power of 0 still gives us a 1. Still gives us this warning on... I think this is probably an older version of the firmware. Particularly because it's the TI 92, not the Plus, which is an older version of the calculator. So yeah, that's the... Whoa, what's that line? I don't like that. Oh, oh. We'll figure that out later. That's probably not good. Anyways, the Voyage or the Voyage 200, however you say it. And presumably, this is the same as the 92 Plus. I mean, this screen is pretty similar. Or the TI 89 Titanium. But on this one, 0 to the power of 0 is undefined. How very weird that... Let's see when this firmware is from. 2005, 3. So in 2 years, they went from calling it a 1 to saying that it's undefined. Or it's completely different teams that have worked on the softwares or the firmwares or whatever, the OSs. Either way, that's a curious result from the two different TIs. Because they are very, very much almost the same thing. The 92 Plus and the V200. I should almost bring the 89 out to see, but that's okay. Yeah, so some interesting results. Did that line go away? Yeah, the line went away. So I don't know what that was. But yeah, I don't know if you have something different that I haven't tested here. But yeah, they've started up with the leaf blower again. So I think we'll call it there with that. Let me know if you get some different results with your devices. But yeah, thank you for watching.